Mike, they can't hear you.
Well, it's always me.
Because it has to be. The universe
Hello,
conspires against you.
everyone, and welcome to my second attempt at this. Welcome to episode 10 of the Guild. Episode 10, Tipping the Scales. It's a quick recap. Oh, and also let me introduce who's with me tonight. Eric, John, Mac, and Marshall. Last week, the party investigated the explosion at Pine Harbor, found that essentially all of Pine Harbor is gone, and in its place is a 5-mile wide crater that the former lake that Pine Harbor sat on drained into. On the very edge of the destruction, the party did find what was left of one home. Inside was a man tied to a table who had been sacrificed, apparently by his wife, who was then killed by spear points to the back. Missing was the couple's 4 children, though footprints showed they had left with what the party determined was lizard men. After a week, the party has managed to track down the lizard men to their village, and was knocking on the gate where we left off. And that's where we'll pick up tonight. I believe it was Verity that was knocking on the gate.
Very specifically because they were not gonna let the boys fuck this up.
Oh my god, also Borum disappeared and Alice is back.
Oh, yes.
That as
Thank
well.
you.
Crazy.
And with Borum, possibly to Dominic's delight, the snake went too.
Let's go. Oh, that's another thing. We'll have to fill Alice in.
As you knock on the gates creak open.
Oh shit! Oh, real quick, Alice. And then we give her the entire rundown. Oh shit! Yeah, we gotta be careful. We're about to go into a village full of lizard folk. Murder mystery.
Be polite. Do not follow their lead.
Yeah. Yes. Like we gotta be.
I'm gonna kill these fuckers.
Sorry, you're finding yourself just happening into this.
I will.
You gotta be.
I will
You gotta be as diplomatic as
I'm gonna
possible.
kill these scaly motherfuckers.
Missing children. A whole village disappears.
They kidnap children. I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers.
Okay,
It's better than the
fair enough.
starving. Calm your shit.
Follow Verity's lead.
Smite these bastards.
And I still do have the 2 potions from Borum. Like, he gave me comprehend languages and like share language.
Okay.
Yep. Verity hasn't taken them yet. They just kind of have them in case they need them.
All right. As the gate creaks open, you see a lizard folk there who has opened the gate. He stands about 7 feet tall, like a mottled green scales, sort of crocodilian head, completely naked, spear. Inside of the gate, you see not even like huts, just like lean-tos around.
Yeah.
And then off in the distance, you see the 4 human children. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I got a 13.
You can see them good enough to see that they appear to be in like they've eaten. And it also looks like all of them have like some scratches and cuts on them.
Like you'd get from like running through the underbrush?
No. You can't really tell from where you're at, you can just kind of see the bruises and stuff. Quite possibly from running from the underbrush. It doesn't look like they don't have the posture of somebody who's been like getting attacked or anything.
Yeah.
And
it could just be like from general kid squabbling.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Verity is visibly like relieved and like seeing that the kids are like they're alive. Just like, oh my goodness. Okay. Hi.
Hello. This is in Draconic.
Do I know? I do know Draconic.
Yes.
Yes.
We had to share language and comprehend language too, so.
Yeah. Oh, Draconic. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we are the group of adventurers from like the next town over from these kids, so we saw the explosion when it happened, and we realized that you guys had found them and like taken care of them. So we also grabbed some more of their things from the house. We saw what had happened at the house. You know, I was so worried. I did not think this far ahead.
Is it going well? I can't tell.
Come in.
He seems to be listening.
No. Why would we randomly? What's going on? Why did you take these kids? I'm not gonna walk in.
Just
like in.
Oh, I guess yeah. Don't
past the
drag
front
Draconic.
gate.
So like, Verity will like gesture to the others.
All right, following you.
We know what happened. Generally, what did you all see? What and like, you must have been close to have gotten there so quickly.
Yes. When the sun didn't rise, we sent 2 of our people to Pine Harbor to ask if they knew what was happening. They were caught in a mighty explosion. They decided to investigate, found the children. Their mother had
Yeah.
and was about to turn on the children, and even though they're soft skins,
The kids.
right, so they did what they had to, and not wanting to leave them to starve brought them here to us. We were not aware there was other adventurers or another town in the area.
That it had been lost essentially in the records, and we actually haven't been working there for that long. We'd been recently assigned there.
Indeed.
So we're pretty new.
This language has a lot of hissing in it. She's doing a lot of that.
I remember when Boran was speaking to the lion, and it was all like,
It sounds like I've never.
Fuckers.
Doesn't make any sense coming out of his mouth.
I think they're gonna try to eat us.
Is that a talking rat?
Oh yeah, it's my friend Alice. She's awesome.
He's staring at you.
what do I do?
Just Verity's got it. Hopefully, seems like it's going well.
Alice, here.
Oh.
And Verity will give Alice the comprehend languages potion.
Well,
Okay.
I've never seen a talking rat before.
I mean, to be fair, like, you're the first lizard folk I've met, so everyone's learning something new.
I suppose that's true. Either way, I suppose you'll be taking the children.
Yeah, I mean, if that's fine, I mean, I figured. Well, I don't know. I guess just. Yeah, it's probably the best idea.
So you're wondering if we should be taking the kids or not. I'm gonna tell Dominic and Damien that.
Probably.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
like we.
I don't know, like,
they
how
probably don't
much
have like.
experience you guys have with soft-skinned children, and I
Yeah.
figure the kids themselves don't know Draconic.
Probably some dietary things.
They damage quite easily.
We could ask the kids what they want to do, but also, like they're kind of kids.
Our children have been playing with them, but they seem to damage easier than our own.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like, so, like, you look like, I mean, you got these two wearing armor here.
And if they have any extended family, like
Why is she pointing at me?
Yeah. Oh, what's up?
Just mentioning your armor and that you don't bruise because you have like artificial scales.
Yeah.
So, like, we have to use stuff like that.
They
I
also
can't really
seem
use it either.
to be a little disappointed. Not disappointed, but a little weirded out.
Well, yeah, I mean, they haven't. I guess they haven't met like people like you before, so it's a new thing, and they've lost everything they've ever known. So
Right.
I feel like weirded out is probably a best case scenario.
We offered them some of their parents.
Yeah. See, it's like a dietary,
Yeah,
like,
so
they'll be really.
that's
fucked
generally
up if
not
they
like
grow
a
up here.
cultural thing for soft skins to do that,
we
and if they
understand.
do, it's like out of desperation normally.
See,
We
I
do
told
it.
you this is a cultural thing. They're not gonna eat people. This is to Damien.
It's a shame to waste the souls,
I
but
don't trust these people.
I understand.
Well,
then.
What are they even saying?
we should try to talk. Can we talk to the kids? Is that
Sure,
allowed?
yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the kids.
No, is that we should ask first?
Give them their
Why are
stuff,
we asking
Dominic.
permission? Why would
What?
we
Give them
ask?
their stuff.
Oh, okay. I got them in the back here. Well, is it cool? Can I walk in the village?
Can they go? Can they like? My friend Dom there's got some of the
Hello.
stuff that we grabbed for them. Like, so he could go
You're
talk
very
to
long.
them as well, if that's all right.
As long as they promise no violence.
I'm going to ensure. I told them that like there's gonna be a problem if they start shit.
What? So
No
we good?
violence.
We
No
good? with that?
violence though. But yeah,
Where are we? We good?
you're good, but just no violence.
Oh, why would I fucking take it? Tell him.
Fucking behave.
And then I got sack full of the children's things, and I
I
want
love
to
negotiating with kidnappers.
want to walk
Alright,
up
let's
to
go
them
talk to the kids.
and take not get like right up to them, but take like be like a couple steps back and like kneel down and address them and be like, hi.
Hey, kids.
Hi.
Who are you?
We're adventurers from a couple towns over. We were traveling and we noticed your footsteps, and we wanted to see, they were
We're
leading
here to
away.
protect you.
Yeah,
We're here to make you safe.
your footsteps were leading away from what was what was your house, and the woods are dangerous, so we thought we'd look into it. And when we found you, how cool is that? But before we left, we grabbed some of your toys and your things.
One of them, a little girl, probably about 3 years old, looks at you and says, "My mommy killed my daddy."
Yeah, that'll happen.
I know.
That'll happen.
Well, that's I understand. That's very hard.
And then Nighttooth killed her.
Hmm.
Is that his name? Nighttooth? Has Nighttooth been nice
That's what
to
I
you
call it.
or not nice to you?
They've been very nice to me.
Okay, good.
The kids are a little mean, but I think that's just because they're kids.
Yeah, I think they play a little rougher around here. From
Yeah,
what I
they've got
understand.
claws and we don't, so it's a little
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, you're a little scratched up. We can take care
You're
of
very
that.
well spoken for a traumatized 3.
But here you go. I have this bag. I'm gonna set it down, and you can go through it and get your things. So we came all this way, and we were wondering. We're so happy we found you. Would you want to come? Given what happened to your mommy, would you like to come with us? We have soft things and food and all the things you're used to. We can find a place for you. You can come hang out with us.
Will you make me eat my mommy and daddy?
No, I promise.
Wait,
And
did someone
and-
try? Wait.
and-
Did someone try and make you eat your mommy
So-
and daddy?
they don't. I know that, like, to us, 'cause, like, I'm human too. To us, that's really, it's kind of gross. It's kind of icky, isn't it? But like that to them, that's like the most special thing ever. So they were just trying to have you do what they would do, but like you don't have to do it.
They said if we did, mommy and daddy would be part of us.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's really special. And
You
we
shouldn't eat. You shouldn't eat people. It's not a good idea.
well, like we shouldn't for sure.
We're different. Like they can do what they want.
It would
We're
make- and,
different.
you know,
It'll make you
on-
sick.
On top of it being gross, like, yeah, it'd probably make you sick. But like your mommy and daddy will always be part of you no matter what. For
Mommy
good or
killed
for-
daddy.
Yeah,
Mm.
for better or for worse, they'll always be part of you. But
It was really scary.
Mm.
I can't imagine. It must have been
Memory
awful.
Share this kid at some point. Like do a memory share to figure out why they
Yeah.
killed each other.
Yeah, we can
Kid.
do that later.
But hey, we're gonna have. Do you like animals? Do you like pets?
we
Yeah.
have horses.
We've got pets. We've got horses and cabots and
You can
and-
ride with us, and
Yeah.
there's a whole village full of a bunch of really nice people, except for one dwarf.
We didn't have any dwarfs in our village.
Oh, there's all sorts of people in the village.
I didn't think they were real.
They are. They're really funny. They have big old bushy beards, and there's one that's real angry. So don't talk to him. He's really mean. That
Make
guy.
fun of
that
him
guy
for being
sucks.
short. That's
Yes.
my piece of advice.
That's. But I understand. I can't imagine what you've all gone through. But we're gonna hang out here for maybe a little bit, and then, whenever you're ready, how about you come back with us? We'll make you food. You have your toys and your clothes now, and when we get back, we'll get you more, and then we'll figure out a place for you to sleep.
Okay.
Or you're allowed to stay here, but I have a feeling that it's like kind of
Don't-
you don't want
Dominic,
us
they're
to
three.
like.
They don't
you know-
give them choice. This is. Would you like to stay with us or other people in our village?
I'm just saying, like, I'm sure, like, I'm so happy to hear
Give them an
they've been
illusion of
nice to you,
choice. Don't.
but I think you'll have a much safer and better time, especially as far as like food and playing and like all that stuff and like schools and like. Can you? I imagine you can't understand what they're saying, can you? Right?
Just a little.
Salil.
They've
So
been helping us learn.
that's nice. But when you get back, like everyone will know what you're saying, and so
Don't
it'll
give
just be a lot easier. So just come in a few hours. How about you come on with us? I'll give you a piggyback ride. I can carry probably how many? 1, 2, 3. I can probably carry all of you.
None of us can swim, so you'll have to swim us across the river.
What
Mhm.
are your names?
We can take care of that. Yes. What are your names? Take your time. I'm sure this has all been very traumatizing.
You should have thought
You
ahead
can
for
name
the
the
kid names.
kids.
This has
Come
all
on.
been very
I did, and then I
traumatizing,
lost them all.
And you should take your time. And
Well,
I had
uh,
names for them
sounds
last
like
week.
if I had to guess, all your names probably rhyme, don't they?
That would make it much easier.
Also, you're allowed to pick new names if you want.
Dom, these are children. You're giving them too many choices and options. You need to
Yeah.
just
You
tell
have to-
them what to do.
You
These
have
are
to
not.
treat them with respect.
These are. You can treat kids respectfully while also, not giving them their own ability.
Since
to
when are
choose.
you like Mr. Parent guy?
Remember that fucking guy who started killing his kids. Well, he didn't kill all his kids. So when I dealt with him, you know, I had
Wait,
I
what?
had
Are
to
you
take care of the
saying
kids
this in
in the
front
old
of the
village.
kids?
Wait, when did that happen?
I told you when on my journey ship thing, the guy who
Dude,
got possessed by the demon and started killing
your
his kids.
apprenticeship was like fucked up, like for real. Like we should probably like report it. It was
No, it was cool.
there's
It was
no way
chill.
that's normal.
Yeah, no, it's the demons. Demons possess you. It
Mr.
happens.
Wiggles, I think you're right, may have been like going out of his way to punish you.
Mr. Wiggles is not a trusted adult in my book.
Sent you to like the worst part of the world.
Anyway, point is,
Anyway.
the trick with kids is you give them false choices and you treat them with respect, but you don't treat them as if they're adults. You know.
We're gonna
Do you want the green cup or the blue cup?
We're
That's
gonna
how
take
you-
dude, I got it.
Okay. So don't say like,
Um,
"Hey, do you want to come with us?" Because they're coming with us. We're not leaving them in this fucking scale village trying to make them eat their
It
parents.
makes people
like that
more
would be.
comfortable if you give them the choice.
Yeah, we can
Even
say,
if they're
"Oh,
that
you're coming
little.
with us. Do you want to live with us, or do you want to live with other people in our village?" You're still giving them a choice, but you know.
We
Th-
got
th-
it.
What would you have done if they said, "Oh, we want to stay here with the lizard people"?
I would have convinced them.
You're convincing a 3. All right.
Yes, they're not that easy to or they're not that hard to convince of things.
Anyway, while this is going on, I'm gonna waddle over to the kids and ask if they want to pull my tail.
Excuse me.
You're really soft.
All
This is
right,
our
I don't-
friend Alice.
Alice gives the best hugs.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Because I have a whole extra tail and I can hug with arms and a tail. And this is very, very nice.
I like you.
Doesn't she have a cool voice?
She does. She talks funny.
There's people with all sorts of different voices and accents where we're gonna go. It's a really exciting place.
Not as funny as the Emerald Scales, but funny.
Yeah,
They talk really funny. Like they talk a different language.
they do. Only one of us knows how to talk like they talk.
The grandmother speaks like us.
Oh, the grandmother. Is there another person like us here?
No, she's like them, but old.
And she lives here in the lizard village.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Is she nice to you?
Yes, we sleep with her.
Okay.
All the children do.
Interesting. Does she make a lot of soup? Does she have like a big black pot by chance?
No.
Okay, good. I got a little.
People bring her food.
Okay. Well, she sounds really interesting. Maybe we should talk to her.
Okay.
I don't know. We're gonna be here a while.
Are you? I thought we were. Okay.
Well, I mean, we gather our things, for like an hour or so, and then we'll head out. But I don't know. God, should we talk to this old lady? Maybe we can find out more about what's going on here.
I mean, I feel like we should just share memory with these kids, and it should give us all the answers we need as to what happened.
Will that like traumatize them though?
You know, you gotta break a few eggs to make
Well,
an omelet.
No,
I feel
no. They have
Okay,
soft spots.
I understand they have soft spots, but like, how can I describe this? If there's a demon being summoned, or if this caused an explosion, we need to know why.
Okay, but
You know, greater
for-
good.
I hear you, but like when Verdi did share memory on you, did you feel it? Like, did you know?
I
what was
wasn't
happening?
really reliving it. I was
Okay,
just,
good.
trying
That's
to-
what I was worried about.
Yeah,
then-
it's just you need to like centralize, like you don't
Yeah.
want to let your mind wander too much, or else they see things you don't want them to see.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
of
yeah.
that,
Well,
you
we
need to
should
centralize those.
definitely try that, but like maybe should we wait to do that till after
Oh,
we've
in the
left
village.
with
We
them?
should do it in the village.
In
we can
here.
when we're back home. No, when we're
Oh
back
wait,
home.
yeah, back once we left,
Yeah.
for sure.
Can't be on for too long in case it.
But what about this old lady? What if she's like?
Is she
That's
a
weird.
person?
There's like an old human lady in this.
No,
lizard
no.
village?
She's an old lizard folk.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Like think of it like the grandma. That
No, I
watches
get
all
it now. I thought it was like special because there was
No,
like,
no,
an
no,
old
no. When
human
she
lady
says, like,
living in this village.
Them, I meant like the lizard folk.
Okay. Never mind. We'll let Grandma rest. Well, what should we talk to people, or should we try to get out as soon as possible?
I mean, would it also benefit us maybe to see if we would be able to like rest up a bit and honestly get more rations because we'll need food for the kids as well.
Yeah, we should ask if there's like a shop. Do they have like a I mean, there's kind of like lean-tos and stuff around, so they're probably a little limited.
Well,
But we could
yeah,
ask
so
if they
maybe
have stuff to
could be
trade.
like like some bartering.
Yeah.
And then also like just if we can, like the opportunity to get some spells back would be very useful.
That's true.
Because the more horses we use, the less I can do.
Oh yeah, Alice, Verity can like conjure horses. It's pretty sick.
That is very good. That
I
is
think
very,
you'll have to
very
ride
useful.
with one of us though, maybe.
That is okay. Could you summon a very strong enough horse to? I will ride with.
Oh, yeah.
With boredom, whatever.
But it was like, what was it last time? Was it 3?
And
was
I,
it
I,
two?
I summoned 2 because
2,
Borm and
yeah.
Borm and I split up, but I'd probably have to do more because
Between the
we
kids,
have to-
yeah.
yeah. So it wouldn't last as long.
Well,
Yeah.
Dame and I can take 2 kids each, and then you 2 on 1 or something.
Or,
Unless we are maybe buying or finding a wagon that we can purchase from.
well, we
the
can't
field.
because you got to miss it, but there was a lot of open water that
Oh,
we actually
yeah.
had to use rafts for.
Yeah.
Because
We have to-
we didn't really use the horses after a certain point.
It took us it's been at least a week since we left Good Hope.
Yeah.
But it'll probably be faster getting back because we're not tracking anymore.
True.
We know
Yeah,
where
but
we
we're
came
going to be
from.
going through. If we go directly back, we're going through swamp, right? So we'll have to take a long way around.
And we'll have to be extra careful because of them. All right. Well,
Do we have names for the kids yet?
Oh yeah.
oh, I thought that's what we were stalling for.
Oh
Name-
no, I'm
na-
sorry. I thought we
names
moved
and-
on.
Ages.
Okay. The children are the little girl that you've been talking to, the 3-year-old, is Emily. There's a little boy, looks to be about 5, named Joseph. Another little girl, about age 6, named Melody. And then the oldest of the boys is named Brad. And he looks like he's about 8.
I reach out to give Brad a fist bump.
He gives you like that, like I'm 8 and I'm tough fist bump back.
Nice. It's going Brad, right? Well, yeah. You want to just like ask around for maybe a little trade and rest up, and then head out first thing.
Yeah, no, I can do that, and I guess Verity would turn to the person I guess was the night tooth that Verity was talking to.
What's that?
The lizard folk that Verity was talking to, is that night
Yeah.
tooth?
No.
No.
This is bent scale.
What scale?
Bent.
Bent scale. Okay.
Does he have a bent scale visible?
He does.
So yeah, I guess Verity would turn to him and just like explain, like, we had to track to get here, so we were moving pretty fast, and we want to make sure we have like enough supplies to get ourselves and the kids back. All right. So like, is there a way we could barter for it just to make sure we have what we need to get them back? All right. And then maybe like take some time just to rest up a bit and make sure we are at our full capacity.
You're welcome to stay. What sort of supplies are you looking for?
Rations that like whatever the kids have been eating, that sort of thing, like rations like that. Stuff good for travel.
So, yes. Yes, as you're taking the children, we can give you some.
Thank you.
And then you can sleep wherever you find space.
All right. And then
We welcome
Verity,
you within our walls.
the kindness is appreciated and will be remembered. And then Verity will like reiterate the conversation to the others.
Okay, good. So we don't have to give, like, they're just going to give us the food? Or do we need to pay for it? I imagine they
As you
probably
guys
don't
start
use-
to settle down, like one of the younger lizard folk brings over a sack and sets it down for the children.
Thank you.
Wait,
like,
what kind of food are they giving us?
deeply nod, and then I'm gonna like look in the bag.
It's like 5 fishes, some nuts, and some like plants.
All right, we'll have to cook some of this, but mostly, yeah, it's good to go. There's no body parts, if that's what you're wondering.
Good. That's a kind of a boundary for me.
Well, I mean, if need be, we can also like do some supplemental hunting like you did before.
Yeah, and I have like regular rations too, but it's like a ritual thing. They don't do it just like for sustenance, or at least these people don't.
So I'm thinking maybe perhaps we should be speaking to the grandmother. While we could do something to share memory with the children, it might not be that they saw everything that happened, but the grandmother might have some knowledge of the local lore or some history
true.
of the area that might give some information about what could have
Yeah.
happened.
Now that we're settled, we should try to
Yeah.
I don't know, learn
And
what we can to see at least their vantage point of the explosion or something.
Yeah, and like to be fair, like with the kids largely, what that was Mama losing her shit and just the kids being lucky that someone showed up and stopped her from hurting them.
Mhm.
Because that is very much how that would have gone.
Mhm.
Yeah, but as far as like Pine Harbor is concerned, like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, okay, so what they had told me was that they'd seen the sun go out and they had sent people and like they'd sent like 2 people and they saw the explosion and were like picking through and that's when they found that family.
Mhm. But it is like sometimes there are.
also wait, there's no angel stone here, is there?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they seem well protected, but
Well, yeah, like
just
it's
like
they're
maybe,
fine.
yeah, but like something could always happen. We should, don't forget that we're not like safe right now.
Yes, but if they are more in tune
They
to the
wouldn't-
forest.
They're fine because like they've been here and like if they've got a grandmother figure, so they're pretty settled.
I'm just saying something could always happen. There's villages exploding and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
there's
to be
no
honest,
angel stone,
This
but
village might be safer than anything else right now.
the village is a lot smaller than Good Hope and a lot lower population density. Some of it having to do that they are more hunters than farmers. And they have less children less often, but we don't need to get into lizard folk biology right now.
Well,
Nor would any of you be experts on it enough to know.
we can talk to the elder. I mean, it's not really much else to do, but it's someone we know that speaks common.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like for any like difficulties, I mean, between me knowing Draconic and her knowing Common, like, that should help
Yeah.
fill in any other gaps.
Even if she doesn't know anything specific, I mean, I'm sure she's pretty interesting.
For sure.
Okay, then those gates.
All right. So you ask where you can find the grandma, and they point you towards the one building here in town. Which is almost like a large yurt with like a thatch roof of swamp plants. And in you go, and there is a hunched over with age lizard folk, just like Ben Scale, who let you in, crocodilian head, but where the rest of the village has like vibrant emerald scales, hers are very dull. She has a staff that she leans on, that's got a gourd on the end that, like, as she takes a step towards you, like, shakes. Think like Rafiki in The Lion King. And then she's like, "Hello, soft skin. Are you here for the little ones?"
We
Um,
are.
Yes, we've spoken to Bent Scale already about them.
Yeah.
Night Tooth or something?
Nighttooth was one of the ones that brought them here.
Got it.
I'd introduce myself, but you'll have to forgive me. I've forgotten my name.
It's okay. It seems to happen a lot around here.
It seems everyone refers to you as grandmother, so if you would allow us to use that, we can as well.
That would be fine. I was the keeper of memories, and now I keep the children. No longer with the past, but for the future, in the time I have left.
Well, we're honored to be sharing some of that time. Grandma, Grandma, can we ask you a few questions about what, just stuff but then also, like, we came out this way to investigate the Good Hope thing, or not the Good Hope thing. That's where we're from. The Pine Harbor thing.
I remember Good Hope.
Yeah, it's still around, actually. We've been assigned to it. We're from the guild. But yeah, the Pine Harbor thing, like, that's crazy. A whole village vanished in the blink of an eye. We don't presume you know anything about, like, why that happened, but we wanted to try to pick your brain about if you have any clues or hunches as to what might have happened, or if you've seen anything like it. Also, Common. That's pretty cool. Where did you learn Common?
I knew Common from before the disaster.
What disaster?
When the light fell from the sky.
Oh,
You've been around long enough to remember when the Celestial Palace fell?
There was a big light in the sky that made it daylight in the middle of night. And then there was no sun for a year. And pieces of white stone ran from the air for months.
Like this? And Verity will, like, show her the bond stone?
Yes. We had some here, but we traded them to other softskins. And softskins offered to give us a big stone in exchange for our meat. But that's not our way.
we understand. That's incredible. So I can't imagine all the things that you've seen.
The swamp, as is right for our people.
speaking of those big stones, it may be a blessing that you decided not to take one, because we have a feeling that what happened to Pine Harbor may have something to do with those. Something's wrong with at least two of them that we know about, or was wrong. Um, but something strong enough to evaporate an entire village. I mean, in all your years, have you ever seen anything like that?
Yes, the long night started with something, a bright flash, a rush of air.
A different time, a long, like a couple days ago, or further
When
back?
I was young.
The fall of the palace.
Kind of like history repeating itself.
Maybe the stones have an expiration date. Wait, but no. Well, we haven't seen the Pine Harbor stone, so we don't even know if it's still there. It's probably underwater, but like,
I feel like we would have felt it.
yeah. I guess my guess was that if this explosion takes place, is the stone still there? Is it like it's releasing a charge, or is it truly like an explosion of energy, or implosion rather? Yeah, that was the other. It was going inward though.
A return to the source. Pulling itself back together. I don't know. It's.
Yeah.
We don't know enough.
Well,
Those
Alice, you have
stones,
notes.
Hmm?
you soft skins, you can safe with them, right?
For a long time, but
thousands of years, yeah.
this changes things.
She hobbles over to like a woven chest and opens it up and pulls out like a fist-sized chunk of angel stone.
Oh,
Maybe this helped keep your children safe on the journey ahead.
Can I hold it?
Yes.
One this size should
Yeah.
generate a field small enough to keep our campsite safe.
yeah.
This
Are you
is amazing. Thank you.
are you sure?
It's for the children. We are safe here in our swamps. We have had long, prosperous times where we've eaten the souls of our fallen, so we are very strong. Soon I shall join our ancestors, and they will have many memories of me. But its time has passed. So, yes.
Well, I maybe have an idea, Verity. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but like this person has seen so many like unprecedented historical like, what if you could share memory and like witness the fall of the palace? That would be unprecedented historical evidence if you could see it with your own eyes. But that's a lot to take in. Like, you don't have to, but, and of course you don't have to
Well,
deal with magic, but
it is a fascinating idea.
I don't know. It's kind of like maybe we could learn something if it's similar. What's happening now is somewhat similar to the Cataclysm.
I would not be able to do it today, though.
Okay.
But the idea is fascinating. My only and this is even granted that if you would
You're
right.
thinking of the memory you'd
there's-
like to see?
I have magic I could do that would allow you to
I'm
show
no
me.
longer the keeper of memory. I keep the future.
Who keeps the memory?
But my
now?
granddaughter, she could show you the memory. I shared it with her before I moved into this position.
Well, great. Yeah, it's just that we have maybe a similar magical way of sharing memories with one another, where we could kind of see what you saw through our eyes.
Yes, I shared the memory with her
yeah.
many times.
Oh, great!
She
So
can show
you
it
know
to you.
exactly what we're talking about.
If that, I would be honored to bear witness to that.
Okay.
I think I don't know. We might learn something about what happened to Pine Harbor and potentially other places.
She like stumps over to the door and opens it up, and then calls out in like a language that's close to Draconic, but not. More like an older, baser form.
Like a different dialect.
Like an
Yeah.
ancient
Or
Draconic.
like one that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like old Draconic, I guess, where you pick up like every 10th word, and like you can see how some words you can kind of put together like there, but and then another lizard folk comes in a moment later, and they start talking to each other in this language. Do you have linguistics, Mac?
I don't have any ranks in it.
Okay, so you can't figure out what they're saying. But Alice has comprehend languages still, so she can. And the grandmother says to the keeper of memories, to that these nice soft skin want to see the fall of the sky stone. If you could prepare the potion and share the memory. Also, I saw Ben Scale looking at you the other day. I think that's a good match. You really should like think about it. You're going to be keeper of memories for a long time, and you don't want it to be just an honorary grandmother. I wasn't, and it's about time that you chose a mate. And just kind of goes on for a while.
She's playing matchmaker.
I'm picking
These people too.
I'm missing a lot.
Villages.
I'm missing a lot, but like I'm getting that gist, and just like there's something about that expression of like, all right, grandma. Like
these villages.
It translates. It translates very well.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the younger, and that's a relative term, young lizard folk leaves, comes back a couple minutes later with a basket. Inside that basket is a live cobra, 2 different kinds of eggs, and a jug full of water, and then a bag of herbs. She milks the cobra, breaks the eggs into here, pours the water and the herbs, and like mixes it up, and then hands it to you to drink.
Verity will look at you all and say, cheers. And chug it, like throwing back a shot.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was just supposed to be a sip.
Oh!
Now what happens?
Give me a con check.
You see the creation of the universe.
Like fortitude save, rather?
Yeah, thank you. Wrong game.
Would this count as a spell or spell-like ability?
No, this is just straight up cobra poison.
Okay. Shit. 16.
It's gonna be a bad night for you.
You have the runs.
You already have the shakes. Like it's hot in here, and like you've got the cold sweat, and there's still enough left like of there if anybody else wants to take a sip. They're welcome to, but
I'm good.
What did they say this was?
let's take a sip. This is a potion to get the memory shared.
Guys, I fucked up.
I'll try it. I like not understanding.
Don't
Like-
chug it. Do not chug it. I fucked up.
I'm like at least like
Just
half
stab
chug
Just
down.
stab it. Just stab it. Please just stab it. Like,
Give me a perception or a fortitude save.
Yeah, I would have drank like not nearly as much as Verity, but like maybe about a half as much. 20.
Okay, so you're just a big old hoss of a guy.
What's the big deal?
Yeah.
I'm just a little bitter, but it's fine.
Would a
And then
alchemist's kindness help with this at all?
What's
doesn't
that do? Does
help
that
with, like,
help with poison damage?
It's like
it gets rid
favored
of
by young
hangovers.
rakes and other well-to-do inebriates. This carries to line.
Oh no.
Yeah, it just gets rid of a hangover. This is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can make you something later that will last for like 4 hours that would delay the poison, but I can cure the poison.
Yeah, I mean, you're only like sickened. Like you're not like you've got, like I said, cold shakes. Like Verity's there with like her cloak wrapped around her. Like
Are you gonna hurl?
No, nope. I
she
committed.
looks pale. She's
I
got the
committed.
shakes, the sweats.
I committed.
So when does
Ah.
the like memory part happen? I don't feel nothing yet.
So the keeper of memories begins to chant,
Oh,
and after a minute, like you see, like kind of like the world getting all like fuzzy, super fuzzy for Verity, little fuzzier for Dom than it is for Alice, and then like it slowly fades out, and all you hear is her voice in that language you don't understand. Even like with the comprehend languages, it's more of like a mystical gibberish than anything, almost like a mnemonic to like summon a certain memory. And then
Like a whisper that isn't even heard.
no,
No.
like more just like, it's not a word, as it's just a selection of syllables that like are coded to a certain memory.
Mm.
And you find yourself in this same village. As you look around, you see yourself. You're a pretty fine looking lizard woman, lizard folk, female, however you want to call it. High status too, because you're going to be the keeper of memory, just like your mother was, and so it's good times. But also just things have been good in general. Like there's been fine hunting and fish. The only real disappointing thing is that like with good times, there hasn't been that many deaths. So you haven't gotten to like take in the souls of your tribes mates, so everyone's getting a little diluted. But you take the good, you take the bad, right? And fish ain't too bad. And then as you're having these thoughts, suddenly there is a just line of white fire in the sky. With it like a whoosh of heat. And then it goes like over the horizon, and then the whole sky on the other side of the horizon lights up like side to side, and like it was a bright day. And it stays lit up for like way longer than you can imagine. Anything staying this bright at night. And by way longer, it's still only a couple of minutes. And then the light fades out, but there's still like a glow from beyond the horizon. And then uh, stones begin to fall from the sky. And like one like brushes your arm and it burns it. And then the last thing that you see is another like line of fire coming in through the sky off to the south. And it hits or it disappears. And then there's another like bright white light explosion. If you were a soft skin, it would probably have blinded you, but you've got like those like, what are they called? Eyelids that like crocodiles have so they can like swim. That you have those same kind of eyelids that like close up over there and protect your eyes. And then just this giant rush of wind outward from where it hit.
Do we hear an explosion before,
Yes.
or we hear before the rush of wind or after?
With
Okay.
like the wind moving just slower than the speed of sound.
Mhm.
Like,
Like the opposite of what we experienced.
yes.
Mm.
Then just kind of tied in with there, you see she calls it the year without sun. And there is like sun and dark, or there is like light and dark. There's not that much dust thrown up, but there's a lot that like it is like she remembers it's snowing here in the swamps. And it's the only time that she's seen like white fall from the sky. And then the dreams or the vision's over.
It's like it's the opposite of what we saw, but still the flash of light.
I mean, we already knew it was going the other way. That
What-
it was
what-
imploding, but like,
What if it's trying to come back together?
I don't know. I mean, Alice, with all of the notes that you took and all your studies on it, on the Good Hope Stone that day, like, does any of this give you a clue? Or
I mean,
Mm.
I'm with the Verity and the idea that there is some time thing going on. If it's doing like the wind was first and then the light, it's either it's coming back together or
Like
it's-
I didn't tell you about the angel choir because I figured it out because Damien, remember Damien like could tell something was different, but he didn't have the words for it. I
Mhm.
was able with that. That's why he suggested the memory thing, was because we did that to figure that out, and it was the angel choirs singing backwards.
Mhm.
So maybe not necessarily a time thing, but like
some sort of process.
the
that
divine
reversed.
force coalescing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, either way, it's like kind of a mini version of what happened back then.
Yes, but if it's like, say, it's not say, the thing necessarily coming together on its own volition, it could be say that it's being put back together in order to revive whatever it is that the Celestial City crushed.
Oh, like it's being triggered somehow?
Like it's being, pulled back up into the sky in order to
Oh.
reveal the armies of the evil that it landed upon. So there could be
only-
something more malicious that way as well.
The only way we could
or maybe like
confirm-
someone trying to bring back divinity in general.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only way we could
Yeah.
confirm that is if we were able to look and study a stone after it exploded, if it was still there. But assuming, the only ones we know of that have, or the only one we know of is like 2 miles underwater. And so it might not even be there.
Yeah.
It's not much to go. I mean,
Are you guys saying like having this conversation in character?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
this might be a question for the guild, but
Just water, or drink a potion that lets you breathe water.
well,
Mhm.
we'd actually,
I haven't learned that sort of
we'd
stuff.
have to go back to the Citadel to get some, and all the portals, or at least the one we know of, is not working right now.
I mean, I can make a potion that makes us able to swim very well, but we will still need to deal with the air.
We need to breathe.
If you give me
Yeah.
a bit of time, I can maybe make some like ladders or air crystals or something like that. But that is a bit
Yeah.
difficult and takes some time.
Do you all happen to have something like that?
I could
No, I mean
probably
in the villagers.
They just can't. They can swim.
I know, but maybe they, I don't know, have some stuff that makes it a little easier.
If they have even one potion of it, then I can prepare more of them.
Yeah, that's
for
what I
all
was
of us.
thinking.
I mean, I can learn stuff
See.
from scrolls, but
Mhm.
water magic is
Oh, okay.
very.
I'm pretty good
but-
swimmer, but like, I need, I can't do it without magic. Like I can't do it for that long.
Yeah, the Doom House is a bit
Also
beyond
the-
my capacity too.
Also, the pressure.
Mm.
Yeah, so kind of suggest or asking this person we're talking to, like, if they might have anything to help soft skins underwater.
I can show you how to breathe water.
Does
Uh,
okay?
which
I'll hear you out.
which
How
sort
would
of
we go about doing that?
She takes out like a piece of like a big leaf and begins to like scribe on it with like a like writing stick.
This is arcane.
Verity, do you have a scroll spell?
Wizard
Describe
could scribe spell at level 1.
I wasn't sure if you traded in for your archetype.
Oh no.
You recognize that what she is doing here is she's scribing a spell out.
Yeah, that's the arcane language.
Well, no, you can scribe a scroll in any language, but there's certain like runic patterns, and then it can vary depending on
that's
like,
what I'm talking about.
the arcane training.
Yeah.
What spell is she doing?
Give me a spellcraft check.
Can anyone?
26.
I mean,
Water breathing.
sweet.
Okay. So water is Verity's opposition school, so it's gonna take twice the amount of spell slots for them to prepare it.
But Alice, could you reverse engineer something from this?
If I put it in my spell book, you can learn stuff from my spell book, right?
Yes, I can. But I'm thinking that the way she's writing for a very long time on this leaf, and I think it's a very difficult spell for maybe me right now.
Oh. Okay. Then yeah, I mean, even if it
Still
takes a while, it's still something. But that being said, should we go do that, or should we take the kids back to Good Hope and then come back and do that?
I think we start by
I
taking the
think
kids home.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I
guys.
agree.
we can't keep
I've
them out
been-
here. Yeah, you're just gonna space them
I
out.
support your endeavors right now, but I feel we have very little to work off of.
But this is something, we can come
Yeah,
back and do
I
this.
get
I
that,
mean,
but I
we
think
don't
we should
know
get the
how
kids
long
home
it'd
first.
take for the portal to be back to normal either, so that we'd also be able to check again
Yeah,
on the ways back and
Yeah, a couple
forth
times.
between them.
I just
and-
don't think it's safe to stick around here much longer. I'm glad that these lizard folk seem to not want to eat us, but we're still in a dangerous swamp. We still need to head back as soon as possible, and we have children to take care of. I think we can come back to Pine Harbor afterwards to do the swimming nonsense.
Yeah, we
Plus, it'll give you
agreed
the
to that.
time to. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way of doing it. But I also think there's only so much we can go off of. We have the memory. Clearly, you saw something that seems to be the opposite of what we saw happen, but we still don't have much to go off of.
And if you want to see it as well, like I can later on I can share it with you.
I trust both your judgments. For me, it's more of a question of just we need to get these kids home.
I don't think that was ever in question.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, we need to do it now,
Mm.
and then we can, I think, have a conversation then in the village.
Okay,
over
well,
what the
let's
next steps are.
let her finish writing the spells. She's
Yeah.
taking all this time for us.
Yeah, it takes her about another hour before she's done.
It takes a long time to describe scrolls. Like I haven't really I've done it a couple of times, but not since.
Once we
started.
have this, then we have it for it.
Yeah.
Like we're
If,
good.
if I learn it correctly, yes.
We have
There's
that we have all the time in the world for.
there's a chance of me fucking it up.
You can try again later. But like
can't
what
remember
just
the-
having it is like that's what we need.
True.
So yeah, we just let her finish up.
I mean, you guys have time if you're going to spend the night here, anyways.
What time is it roughly?
It's probably afternoon at this point. You're not sure how long you were in that vision.
I did kind of poison myself by being stupid, so
Yeah, it's true. We should kind of let Verity's system process whatever that was.
I'm gonna find
It was fun.
myself a hole to bury myself in, dig me out of that grave when I'm done.
Fair enough. All right. You guys spend the night in the Lizard Folk Village. It's a little better than camping out in the woods. You get all your spell slots and abilities back because you are camping in a civilized area. Through the night, before you get some sleep, Alice and Verity examine that chunk of angel stone that you were given and determine that it's not it has a charge to it, right? Like when you feel it, you can hear the like angelic chorus. It does not seem like it has the inherent power to be to cover like a large area, and there must be something about the ritual that create or that like links the star or the angel stone to the pedestal it sits on, that like something has to do with like powering the angel stone there, because you could probably trigger this with your bond cords, but it would only give you about a 24-hour protection, and then you'd have to recharge it.
Does it seem like it is charged right now?
It does. And you don't think you'd have to do like anything special to recharge it. You just have to leave it inside of like the zone covered by like the angel stone at Good Hope.
Like a portable battery pack.
Yeah. Also, good news is it doesn't seem like if it did explode, it would be anywhere near as devastating. It would probably just kill all of you. It wouldn't put a big crater in
Good.
miles across. So.
Not dying is always beneficial.
Does it take a long time to activate this battery pack?
It would take a couple minutes. Like,
Okay. So we can't like get ambushed and then like activate.
I mean, yes, you could, but not like where somebody wouldn't have to fight a holding action while one of you was activating it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Um,
it seems like you've never activated it, so you can't tell for certain. But yeah, it's going to take a couple of minutes to like kind of like pump some magic in here and kind of shape the field with your mind and everything. So
just for reference, how many days did it take us to get here?
1 week.
Okay.
Will it
and then we've
take
been in the
less?
village for 1 day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Will it take less since we know exactly where we're going now?
Well, I mean,
I'm
you
doing
know?
ration calculation is why I asked.
Do you
Know
want me to
exactly where you're going.
I added yours in too.
Do you want me to have like I had the map maker's kit. I could have when we rested or made notes along the way, or arcane marked our path because I believe that's something we said we did.
Okay, so I guess here's the thing.
We're not
Is
focusing on tracks to slow us down.
Right. You could go a little bit faster because you've got that. But you also are kind of taking a path from the Emerald Scale Village to Pine Harbor to Good Hope, as opposed to like going directly to Good Hope.
Yeah, we don't really know that path
because we haven't cleared that.
Yeah, you haven't cleared that path, and it is like 4 days of wilderness to get back to Pine Harbor, but then 3 days of good, solid, cleared, safe fish terrain.
So we
And
probably should
I
actually
can
do
like
that.
cut a little bit of time with communal mount.
But we should probably do that later. I would actually say when we come back, there may be worse to make a path between the villages because from what you can see, these lizard folk are.
We should make a triangle.
They seem decent, and we can have actually relationships with another village, kind of as we were planning for Pine Harbor. And more importantly than that, it's a village that doesn't have an angel stone. So if we need to escape quickly because the angel stone's blowing up again, we can bring all the people to the lizard village, and we'll probably be safe here, and we can create some sort of fun new community.
Yeah. So on the way back, clear path to here, and then go to Pine Harbor to investigate.
Exactly, and then on the way back, we can check the teleporter.
No, yeah,
So,
like, we can make like a little triangle path
twice.
If you want Verity to like ask like the leadership in the village about that, they totally can.
Yeah, we should probably ask if it's okay if, in case things start blowing up,
in case we needed to evacuate.
Yeah.
And just like if they wanted to, that relationship could be fostered.
Yeah, and like we could create some sort of trade. I know these people have fish. The people back home wanted fish. You know, there's some healthy relationships that can be created here. We probably have things that they value a lot as well because they don't have access to necessarily agriculture as much. So I don't know if they eat bread, but I'm sure some variety in their diet could be interesting.
Or
metal
weapons.
tools.
Yeah, weapons or tools. We can. Yeah, I mean, before we head out, let's like at least pose the offer.
Yeah, they're definitely interested in metal tools. They remember having metal tools before the disaster.
We could also tell them that we will clear like the path that on that side of the village, like that way, to like make that safer for them, like easier hunting.
We can do like the pathfinding for that and the trail cutting.
Well, yeah, just throw that in the pitch that we'll make the surrounding area safer so that their hunting will be easier.
Well, they seem to like be able to like take care of that, but like that I can offer it, but like leave that for them to choose. But they do seem to have things pretty under wraps.
I just mean like I'm sure they would be appreciative if they didn't have to deal with monsters.
Fair enough.
Monsters have the benefit that people die from monsters, which makes the tribe stronger.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I think they're good with it.
But yeah,
well,
soft skins don't like to waste the souls of their friends, So it may be worth your time to make it safer for you, since every one of you that dies just makes you weaker instead of, eating the soul so that you get stronger.
Well, I mean, it's sort of it's a celebration of life in a different manner.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's wasteful, but you're not.
Well, think about it. It returns to the earth. For us, it returns to the earth, and that energy goes back into the earth. And if people farm, then maybe some of those nutrients will be transferred.
Earth has lots
So-
of energy.
So it's not too different. It's just more steps.
Earth has too much energy.
I mean, I skipped out the middle person. I'm just throwing it out in my head.
But it's good either way. It takes all types of people to make the world.
It does.
So wasteful people, not wasteful people. I'm sure we waste things in our own ways. All right.
I mean, we didn't actually pitch the offer at all.
Oh no, we did. You already explained it. I didn't want to reiterate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
for like the trade and stuff, we didn't.
Yeah, no, that's what
Oh,
it was.
Oh. Oh, I
So
didn't
we're
know.
Yeah.
safe, and now we have.
They're definitely interested in some manufactured goods. Did a little bit of trading with Pine Harbor, but Pine Harbor didn't have
a clear path, or
yeah, I mean, also Pine Harbor was very fishing like focused, and the lizard folk, can swim for, they're essentially crocodile people. Fish is not already a big part of their diet, and not necessarily that big of a draw for them. But yeah, like Pine Harbor didn't have a source of like iron or anything, so like they just reworked what they had. They didn't have stuff to trade.
Unless it came in from the Citadel.
Yeah. All right. So you guys take off.
Can I linger a bit behind? I want
Yeah.
to ask something privately.
Okay.
I want to ask the grandmother about basically. So did you? So when you passed on the memory to your daughter, does that mean that you took all of the memories and gave it to her, and now you do no longer have them, or is it just because you were having trouble remembering them?
I still have all the memories. Over time, as I trained her, I gave her the memories, but I don't remember my name because I haven't used it since before the disaster.
It's but you.
I was the keeper of memories, and then I was the grandmother.
You have a very respectable and impressive capacity for memory. Then to have so many memories in such perfect condition, just stored away all the time. Is that something that you learn? Is it someone chosen? What makes someone special? Is it something that all the lizard folk can do?
All lizard folk can remember better than soft skins. Our legends say that we were made to be the keeper of memories. But some of us have better, some of us are better keepers than others. And every generation lizard folk generation, not soft skin generation. So much bigger time the keeper of memories passes on all of her memories and all of her mother's memories to one of her daughters. And then she becomes the grandmother and cares for the future.
There's an increasingly important role that is every generation that has to play, getting more and more.
Yes.
This is a bit of a weird question, but I have this bottle here. Can you spit in it for me? I'm sorry if this is a rude question, but it's
We're like at the gate, like getting ready to make the horses. Like we're not here.
She like kind of like she knows what you mean when you say spit in it, but she's got crocodile lips. She can't really spit, so she just kind of like drools into it. It like covers not just like you get your sample, but like you get a lot of like extra on the sample too, and then she hands it to you.
Thank you so very much. I'm sorry if this is a rude asking, but I'm very curious about your people and the memories that you have in your capacity to have them. And so I thank you very much for trusting me with so
The
much of
elixir
this.
helps with the memories and the sharing.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
The elixir that my daughter made with the cobra and the eggs and the water from the swamp that you tried. It helps with the sharing of the memory. It opens your mind. So even though you're a soft skin, you'll keep this memory when other memories would fade.
I was very intrigued by this and I took some good notes. I will have to take some samples of the water and to figure out if I can make something similar. But I do have some notes of what was went into it, which I hopefully I will be able to understand better.
Wow. I'm glad I could help. I've never met a talking rat before.
I get that a lot. It is not as common in the whole world, but in my village, I am not seeing a lizard person either. So
Yeah.
it is a big world with, as you say, maybe too much energy.
Yes, we must drain this world of all energy. Well, little rat person, I hope I see you again before I join the ancestors.
I hope to see you too, and I think we will be back as soon as we take the children home. Toodles.
Bye.
Like the extra drool, put it in my bag.
Hey, you get what you need?
Yes, I wanted to figure out a bit more about Caesar memory concoction in case we have to share more memories. They were very vivid, maybe more so than the share memory magic, and so it's good to know exactly what kind of cobra it is, and so and that kind of stuff.
Also, as an aside, do we know about your mom?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. I couldn't remember if you had told us or not. All right. Are you ready to go? How many horses are we gonna do?
So I was curious, did we want to start out with that, or did we want to wait until like the kids were starting to get a little tired and then?
Yeah, we should probably wait for the horses till we've crossed those rivers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because
Yeah.
we'll have to forge across, and I think, well, I mean, we'll have that raft too,
Yeah.
because we left that. But I figured I don't think we can get by with 2. I do think we will need 3.
Mhm.
If I can prepare lots of potions to make them very small for a few minutes, if that is enough time to cross the rivers.
That's a good idea. That's actually a good idea.
Okay, keep
That
them
way-
active.
Don't have to worry about them as much.
Oh, you mean the kids?
Well, yeah, because remember,
Yeah, I thought you meant the horses.
no, because like the goal. Remember, Alice made herself real tiny.
Yeah, I remember. I just thought you meant you were gonna make the horses real small, so you didn't have to like cancel the spell.
Put them on the rafts.
All right. Got the kids with us.
All right.
You guys ready? I reach out for the little 3-year-old to hold my hand as we're walking.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put one of the kids over the shoulders in the
Yeah.
classic.
I'll be
you
like,
know?
anyone who wants up. I'm like, I look at the 8-year-old. I'm like, oh no, you're too cool, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll keep it nice.
Let's go Dom back riding.
Don't I have? All right, I was looking something up. I guess I was incorrect. Okay. Let's do this real quick. As you guys are 2 days into your trip, so about halfway back to Pine Harbor,
Mm-hmm.
you start to feel the hair on the back of your neck standing up. Why don't you all give me perception checks?
$25.
16.
Whoops, 1 second. I accidentally clicked.
24.
Am I gonna die?
Only if you really want to.
6.
All right. Dominic and Alice are the only thing that lets you guys see that there is a group of small feathered animals surrounding you.
What kind of animals?
Do you have knowledge nature?
Yeah.
I do.
Someone does.
Go ahead and give me nature checks.
Oh.
Can I assume that they pointed out and I try for
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is that?
I also got a 15.
My 15 was a nat 1.
Okay. You don't know too much about them, but you do recognize them from one of the books that you've read as a very rare cross between a bird and a lizard called a dinosaur. And these specific ones are named after like birds of prey. And these are called velociraptors. And these clever girls have surrounded you. And we will deal with that when we come back from break.
I want to make a Velocipaster.
Yeah. We are, by the way, except for me,